Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've filmed at all. I've just had a really busy time lately and I've been busy with work and adjusting to my new role and everything. I'm not going to be posting as regularly as usual, but I want to definitely do it some more. I just wanted to make a quick update video on my life and talking about my recent experience with getting a rib tattoo, because before I got it done I did a lot of research on YouTube and I was watching a lot of different channels, seeing everybody getting a rib tattoo to try and gauge how painful it was, because my whole life people have told me that rib tattoos are like the most painful place to get one done and I have quite a high pain tolerance, I've realised, because when I got my ankle done everybody was telling me, oh, you're brave, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. And even as I sat down in the chair and he put the stencil on my ankle, he was like, oh, can't believe you're doing this, like, bear with, this one might pinch a little. It felt fine, it really didn't hurt much. I would say that was like a 4 out of 10 maybe. Really wasn't that bad, but then you do kind of forget the pain of tattoos after getting them. I remember vividly not being in that much pain and being surprised, because I feel like I always hide myself up before a tattoo and I make myself believe that it's going to be worse than it actually is, and a lot of other people hype me up too and make me believe that it's going to be really bad. And I've been wanting a rib tattoo for quite a while now, maybe a year. At first I wanted a simple rose on my side because I'm a basic bitch, for no reason than it looked aesthetically pleasing and cool, but I sat on that idea for a while because when it comes to the rib, I don't know why, I was really picky about what goes there, just because I guess it's such a good placement, I think, on a woman, that I didn't want to just do the basic getting like a lyric or italic writing or a quote or something on there. And I don't know, even though like a simple rose is really basic, I did think it looked really pretty, and for a while I wanted something basic and simple because that is my style of tattoo. All my tattoos are really simple and just outline tattoos and very small, and that's not just because I'm scared of sitting for too long, but it's also because that's just what I think looks nice on me personally, and that's just my style of tattoo. I do like traditional tattoos and I respect other forms, but on me personally I don't think traditional tattoos would suit me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just wouldn't fit with the theme of tattoos I've gone with now, so I kind of have to stick to what I've done, which isn't true, you can do different styles on your body, but I don't know, I just think aesthetically it's better to just have one style, so I'm sticking with simple outline tattoos. Eventually just got sick of that idea and didn't want it anymore. I still kind of want a rose tattoo, but definitely not on the ribs. After I went off that idea, I don't even know what they're called, but I wanted like a floral type design. I'll put up some examples if I can find them. There was a particular Instagram account, if I can find that as well I'll link it, but I really liked their work and I just wanted any design by that artist, but in the end I got put off with that because I was looking at it too much, and I do still admire it, but it's just not really my thing anymore, so I'm glad I didn't get that. Recently I started looking at like vine leaf tattoos, just like leaves and branches and things like that, just very simplistic. I'll put up some examples on the screen now, and whilst it is very basic bitch and I didn't actually sit on the idea for too long, I feel like when I find an idea of a tattoo I actually want, I just know, you know, I just know, I just have that feeling that this is what I really want and I'll go get it. And that's the feeling I had with this one, and I thought with the placement it would be perfect for me, because there were ones where it would like wrap around your finger and things like this, and I thought that was really pretty, but or around your wrist and go up your hand. I still think that's really cool, but I personally wouldn't. And I settled on that idea, and I've been watching a lot of tattoo YouTubers recently, really educating myself, because I did used to be one of these people that would just go on Pinterest or Google and just kind of think about getting an artist to just copy it for me, which is not a good thing to do, and the only tattoos that I really have that are original are like this one, because it means something and there's a reason behind that, so nobody thinks of it as a copied tattoo. And just simplistic ones like my little rocket, which you cannot see, there's not really much you can do to make that your own or to redesign it or anything, because I just wanted a simple little rocket. Things like that I feel like are okay, but I didn't want to copy anybody's actual tattoo, so I'll give you the reference photo right here of what I sent the artist. I wanted them to, I put specifically in the email, I want you to redesign this for me, and I want something like this, but I want it just in your style, and that's what he did. So I went to Boiler Room in Guildford, where I used to live. You probably don't even know where that is, half of you. I can leave the website and all of their links and social medias down below. I went to the artist called Ator. He specialises in black and white type tattooing, you know, that kind of style, so it was perfect for me and the kind of tattoos that I get. Sorry, I've got a cold, so if I sound a bit snuffy, that's why. What they suggest you do with them is you pick out an artist from their group of artists, you do your research yourself, and then you say to them, I want this artist, and you give them, you know, the measurements of how big you want it, the type of thing you want, a reference photo, blah 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 blah. They also said on their website that they don't want to copy other people's tattoos and it's frowned upon, which I respected, because half the tattoo places I've gone to have tattooed just anything on anyone, and I've seen it myself, so I respected that a lot because I want to start doing it properly and not being one of these people that copies tattoos, because I do think it's morally wrong. Yeah, I think this is the first tattoo I got where I, other than my My Chemical Romance one, where I really got the artist to redesign it for me, so I will put my hands up to that. But that's definitely advice I'd give to anyone going for a first tattoo. Just make sure that you give a reference photo only. I don't know why I went like this, but give a reference photo and then just have them do their own twist on it, because if you like their work, you're probably going to like it anyway. I was watching loads of videos about it and I really thought it was going to be horrible. I thought it was going to be awful. There were videos of girls screaming and acting like they were giving birth or something, and I thought there's no way it can be this bad. Building up to it, I was at work and I was telling everyone I'm really nervous. I was telling my boyfriend I'm really nervous. Oh, I want someone to come with me, hold my hand. Please, someone come with me, I'm scared. This was the first tattoo where I went myself because I booked it in advance, and I went on a day that I did have work. I had woken up at 4 AM for work and got to work for 7 and then finished around 4 o'clock in the evening, I think, or 3 o'clock, and then I went to get my tattoo done, and I went by myself, which I'm proud of myself for because of my anxiety and stuff. I've never gone to get a tattoo on my own before, so that's an achievement and an experience. I went in, I was very nervous. I got there like 10 minutes early. They were all really nice and friendly, and then I got it done. I'm telling you now, it's actually not that bad. So I was obviously already really tired. I ate a lot of sugar on the day. I ate loads of sweets from work. I'm sure I had like a donut or something. I was drinking Lucozade rather than energy drinks because I didn't want to be really shaky and over sugarised. So I was trying to get my blood sugar levels up because I was doing a lot of research for this one, because I'd heard ripple tattoos were like really bad and people passed out and stuff. I really wanted to prepare. I got all of the stuff ready that I needed for the healing process. So I got a simple bottle of hand gel, hand scrub, whatever you call it, to wash my hands with before washing my tattoo. Then I got some simple unfragranced soap as well, because you're not supposed to use fragrance stuff on it. I'll just kind of rub my hands with the soap bar and put a light layer on it and just wash it that way, and that's what I've been doing. And then with lukewarm water, just kind of rubbing the soap off / in, and then letting it air dry, because you really shouldn't be drying it with a towel, especially that's in contact with the rest of your body. You can use a paper towel to like dab it, but I prefer to just let it air dry because it hurts. And then I went to Lush afterwards because I was doing research on creams and stuff to use, because usually I use the Panthen like nappy rash stuff, and I've used this for all my tattoos. I have 11 tattoos now, so I use this for 10 of them. And it's not bad, it does the job, it's simple, easy, cheap. But I really wanted to try something else this time, just to see if I could get a better result, or see if it makes any kind of difference what I use. While I was getting my tattoo done, I was focusing on like their conversations and stuff when I wasn't like falling asleep because I was so tired. So I was very exhausted, and I think that helped a lot with the process. And they started talking about Dream Cream from Lush. I had actually done research into this before I went, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get it or not. Got this just after I had it done. I've been using this on it for nearly 2 weeks. I've had my tattoo now. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, so thank God the healing process will finally be over, because I hate the itchiness and the having to be careful, and I want to take a bath. It smells really nice. It's used for like eczema and bad skin, so I've also started using it on the back of my arms because I have really bad eczema there, and it actually really does help. It's less red. I feel like it's less noticeable, and I've only been using that on the back of my arms for like 2 days, and it's already made a huge difference, so I'd recommend it for that as well. So the artist was saying this is good for tattoos, and it's literally, I think this was £16 because I got a big pot, because I thought if I like it, which I will because I love Lush, then I'll use it for not only tattoos but also my skin. I am going to get more tattoos, let's be real, so I might as well spend the money. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it already on my body and on my tattoo, but when I'm doing it I will usually use the lid. Oh god, I'm going to drop it. Just pop my finger in and just do one dab and rub it in, especially on the first day. I usually moisturise my tattoos like 3 or 4 times. Oh no! The first day to like the 5th day, that's what I'll do, and then as time goes on I'll kind of only use moisturiser if it feels itchy and I really have the urge to scratch it, which I remember one day I just wanted to scratch it all day, so I had to take the pot with me to work and I'd just rub it in every time, go upstairs, stop unfocusing, just rub it into my tattoo when it got really itchy and annoying, or when it started to feel dry and a bit weird. To be honest, I would say it was like a 5 out of 10, maybe pain wise, not even that, maybe a 4 or even a 3. It really wasn't painful at all. I did have a horrible headache from work, so that was way more painful, and it got worse as the tattoo went on. And also I was really overtired, so I was like falling asleep because I was laid on my side, and it was just so comfortable. I immediately wanted to shut my eyes and sleep. I've also got a very high pain tolerance, so maybe it is as bad to some people as they say, but for me it really wasn't bad at all. It was actually one of my least painful tattoos. So now that I've done that, I feel no fear towards getting it in any other placement ever. I've heard sternum's quite bad and I want that done one day. Other than that, it was fine. It was totally fine. The guy was really friendly. You can't really talk much when you're having a rib tattoo done because you don't want to move. The hardest part of getting a rib tattoo, it's true, is focusing on your breathing, because you don't want to screw up the artist, and you're just really focusing on like, am I breathing too hard? Am I not breathing enough? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to mess up the tattoo as they're doing it. It just felt a bit weird when it got towards my boob. It felt like my boob was vibrating, but other than that it really didn't hurt. There were a few spots where it would like pinch a tiny bit more and like my arm would twitch just like in reaction and I couldn't control it. But other than that, it really wasn't painful at all. Like, I genuinely could have slept through it. It took about 45 minutes to do, about 15 minutes to consult with him and double check I like the design and to get the placement right. I was a bit fussy with the placement because I really wanted it to be perfect, but I really like where it is now, because you can see it just under my bra and it's so pretty and I can't wait to get it out in summer. I just want to calm anybody down. If you're going for a rib tattoo, maybe don't do it for your first tattoo, because I saw a lot of videos like that, girls going for their first tattoo and it being a rib one. I thought that was brave. I'd say overhype yourself and make yourself think it's going to be the most painful thing in the world, and then when you get there and it's not bad at all, you'll be so relieved that the pain that you are in will feel like nothing. That's what I would say. Maybe go with a friend if you're really nervous, but I was actually okay, and I think being tired and having a headache actually helped. I'll say afterwards I felt awful though. I went back to work to give this girl I work with back her headphones because she was going to let me listen to music while I had it done, because I was so nervous, but I didn't in the end. And I was showing everybody it, and beforehand I was really nervous and full of energy, and when I got there I was just so like out of it and I just wanted to sleep, and it felt like having a hangover. It was awful. I've never felt that before, and I've heard of tattoo flu before, but I never thought I'd get it. And it was immediate. I just went home and I just crashed and I fell asleep for hours. I didn't even like take the bandage, the cling film off for ages because I was just sleeping. Usually I'm really full of energy and excited and hyper and still on adrenaline after a tattoo and I can't stop looking at it. But I was so dead. My head was pounding, the pain was awful. It was like one of them headaches that goes in your eyeballs. I felt awful and I just passed out. So that was the worst part of it. I'm really in love with it. It's definitely more detailed than any other tattoo I have. It doesn't actually have any meaning. It's literally just that I like it. I really don't think that tattoos have to have meaning. I think if you like it and you want to put it on your body, do it. I'm not one of these people that thinks about regret or anything, because the way I see it, just live your life, have fun while you're young, do what you want to do with your body. Who cares what other people think? You're gonna look wrinkly and old one day anyway, so what does it matter what your tattoo looks like? Hardly anyone's going to see it when you're older. I hope you're not going to dress a certain type of way. I mean, you can dress how you want when you're older, but I'm sure most people won't be seeing my rib tattoo when I'm like 60. And I just don't believe you need a meaning. I used to think that, and I started off getting meaningful tattoos, but as time's gone on, I just get what I like and what I want on my body. I just really, really love it and think it's cute. And I couldn't be happier with it. Every time I look in the mirror, it just complements the rest of my tattoos so well, and I love it, I honestly do. I will definitely be getting more tattoos this year, so I might do a tattoo tour part 2. Not sure I'm going to do a video every time I get a tattoo, but usually I'm so excited I most likely will, let's be real. Thank you so much for watching this. You can like, comment and subscribe. I make new videos every single week, or at least I try to. See you in my next one. Also, just gotta tell you, me and my boyfriend got my chemical romance tickets, and I am so excited, and I'm sorry to brag like this, but I have to tell you because I've loved them forever, and now they're back together, and I'm going to see them in June, and we've just booked a hotel for it. I'm really excited, I cannot believe it. I just had to let you know. I had to. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.